Hi, I'm Stephen Santilli, Assistant Superintendent at the Egg Harbor Township School District, and we're back with another edition of Every Hand Together, Pursuing Public Health. Today, our focus and our topic is on child abuse prevention, and our guest today is a Victim Witness Coordinator, Mr. Raymond Royster. Welcome, Ray.
Thank you for having me.
So, Ray, we're going to start with our first question, and let's focus on your role within the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office, and also how your role within the office relates to this topic of child abuse prevention.
All right, great, thank you. So I have actually several roles at the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office. My main role is the coordinator for the Victim Witness Program at the Prosecutor's Office. That program covers and supervises and works with all victims of crimes in Atlantic County those are homicide victims, witnesses to homicides, assaults, burglaries, robberies, human trafficking, kidnapping, sexual assaults, all crimes against children, domestic violence, and tons of other things, unfortunately, that we probably can't talk about on air. We also service the witnesses of those heinous crimes. So by doing that, my advocates, they work directly with the victims and their survivors to provide them with sometimes financial support, definitely a shoulder to lean on during their difficult times. We accompany them to court to make sure they understand the entire court process, from the charges to the sentencing to the appeals and everything in between. So we can help pay for funerals or help pay for grief counseling and other services. Sometimes even we can relocate victims and or witnesses to protect them if they've been adversely affected by a crime that the person or the perpetrator lives close to them or knows where they live. I also serve as the executive director for the Child Advocacy Center that we are about to establish. We just got a grant from the Division of Child Protection and Permanency and the Department of Children and Families to establish a building and a site that is psychologically pleasing to children. So when they are victims or witnesses of crimes, we can bring them to an atmosphere that does not look like a normal police station. It will look more so kind of like a doctor's office, where they will come in, they'll meet with one of my advocates, they'll meet with an officer that's dressed in plain clothes, that's not armed. They'll be able to be forensically interviewed, and then directly after that, they'll have a breakdown session where they can speak to an advocate, even a prosecutor, and then also at the same site be able to get psychological or other services. So create like a one-stop shop that we're actually about to establish right here in Egg Harbor Township.